Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a plan with me for the week of April 22nd through the 28th, the very last week of April. As you may remember, last week I did the next week, which was the first week of May, and I skipped this week because I didn't have my foil in yet, because I am going to be using the I think it's gold sparkle or something like that. It's like the really bright gold wiggle from School Prints Co. And that just came in last week. So now I'm finally able to film. And this is a really special week, and I wanted to use that foil with it because this was the week I saw Avengers Endgame, which is the unofficial end to Marvel Phase 3, I believe. And then Spider-Man Far From Home was the official end, but this was like the big blockbuster event of this season, so I wanted to make sure I used a really special kit with some really nice foil. So the kit I'm using is the Endgame collection by Simply a Mess, and this is the mini kit version. The only thing I wish I had gotten was the date covers, because I want to use the date dots from the wiggle, but it would, I don't know, it'd be hard to use them here. I'm gonna try to do something creative, which is just like whiting out the numbers here and then putting these numbers like right above, which I think would be really cool. But we will see. It's gonna be kind of an experimental spread, because I'm going to try to make a lot of things work when I don't have a ton of room here to do everything that I want to do. So we're going to try it. But yeah, and it's really exciting that I'm using foil, because I haven't used foil in like almost half a year. Like the very last foil spread was the last week of last year. It was the Christmas spread, and I used like all foil in this spread too. It's almost impossible to see in this lighting, but you can kind of see where I used it. But I also used it the week before. I think I used some silver, but it wasn't all silver, and I wish I had done that. But anyway, so yeah, this is how many weeks have passed since I have last done foil, so it is a really big deal. So I'm excited to get into it. I am going to do this style on the same as last time. I'm going back to the voiceover style, but I do have all of my stickers prepped. I'm going to be using a lot of icons from the wiggle too in order to get the most use out of it. So there's going to be quite a lot of that, quite a lot of foil in general in the spread. So with that in mind, let's get into putting down the base layout, and I will see you when I come back for the day by day. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into the day by day. So Monday was kind of a busy day. I watched Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets while I worked on some other stuff, so I'm using the movie marquee from the kit to mark that. And I'm going to be using a Dobby sticker from, I think, the Coffee Monsters Co. in that movie marquee. I also arranged for FedEx to pick up a return that I made. It was the electric scooter that I had gotten a while ago that failed to work, so I had them come and pick it up because it would be way too much for me to, rent a car to drive it to the post office. I also had work that day, so I used a munchkin from Once More with Love to mark that. And there were pastries at work, so I'm using a croissant from Happy Dad to mark that. Also, I did an Instagram post from my haul, and I'm using an icon from the kit to mark that. And this munchkin from Once More With Love to mark that I got Happy Mail from Amazon, which happened a lot this week actually, so I ended up moving that sticker. Anyway, I also used the voiceover sticker from Sweet O's Paper, layered over some washi from the kit to mark that I did a voiceover for A Plan With Me, and then the bow icon is to mark that I organized my stickers. I didn't really have enough space to use one of my bigger organized sticker, so I used an icon, and I really just wanted an excuse to use more of the icons from the Wiggle, because I'm kind of bad at that. So going into Tuesday, I worked again. I'm using a Whimsical Cat Studio Girl to mark that. It was a really, really hot day, so I am using the girl from Little Star Plans, I believe, in front of a fan to mark that. And that was from a sampler, I think. I'm using a Sweet Avis Paper donut sticker to mark that I had a donut at work, and an emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. on her phone to mark that I caught up on memes on my phone, which I will mark when I spend hours doing it. So also, I organized stickers for a long time, so I did use one of my big stickers from Whimsical Cat Studio to mark that. The laptop icon is to mark that I uploaded my plan with me, and that is from the kit, the icon is. And I'm also using an Instagram icon from the Wiggle to mark that I uploaded I posted an Instagram post about the plan with me that I uploaded. I try to do both on the same day. So for Wednesday, the calculator is to mark work using a label and a coffee mug icon from the Wiggle to mark that I got Starbucks at work. I would typically start doing it on Wednesdays, I think. I called my dad, so I'm using a phone icon from the Wiggle, and I got more mail from Amazon, so I'm using a box icon from the Wiggle over a quarter box from the kit. I also edited that week's haul, so I'm using a Once More With Love munchkin for that from the filming sheet. I'm using the laptop icon from the Wiggle layered over another label to mark that I tracked my Instagram growth, which I typically do on Wednesdays. And then I was so tired that night that I passed out. I'm doing this kind of out of order for the last two parts in order to stagger the labels I use, but I'm using a bed icon left over from a Scroll Prince Co. kit to mark that I passed out. And then the $sign icon from the kit is to mark that I placed a Whimsical Cat Studio order. Alright, going into Thursday. I had a doctor appointment that morning. I also had this day off work for that purpose, and I'm using an icon from the Wiggle to mark that. The stethoscope. I'm trying to figure out where I am. Okay, good, it didn't freeze. Alright, so that's to mark that. I called my dad again, so I'm using another label and a call icon from the Wiggle, a cutout icon to mark that. And then I uploaded the haul, which probably didn't go up on Thursday. It probably actually went up on Sunday, but I must have scheduled it. So I'm using a munchkin to mark that, and then another Once More With Love icon of a razor to mark that I shaved that day also. I'm using a half box here to mark that I watched Howl's Moving Castle, and I'm using a sticker of the Scarecrow from the movie from I think that's from Once More With Love also, to mark that. And then I organized stickers that day, so I'm using a sticker from Papershire to mark that. And then I also did my online bookkeeping course, so I'm using a $sign cutout icon from the Wiggle to mark that. So on Friday I had work again, but I worked as a cashier, so I'm using a big old emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. at a register to mark that, because I had the space to use the big one, otherwise I'm not going to use the big ones. That's from the old format before she got rid of them. And then a quarter box and a cake icon from the kit to mark that there was cake out at work. I don't remember the occasion, it was probably just sitting there and I grabbed it instead of like an actual party, but I'm marking that. And then I got more mail from Amazon, so I'm using a heart icon from the Wiggle to mark that. There it is. Alrighty, so I'm also using a quarter label, I guess, that different kind of label, and a cutout icon from the Wiggle to mark that I took out the trash. Here I am choosing the right color of the label, because I kind of like to color block a little bit. And yeah, I don't often mark taking out the trash, but sometimes if I just need to fill up space, I will. I only had 6 things this day, so that's usually my minimum, unless I truly can't think of 6 things, which is rare. But I'm using a half box also to mark that I placed many online orders from different sticker shops, and I'm using the shopping cart icon from the Wiggle to mark that. And then I'm using a strip of washi and another voiceover sticker from Sweet Avis Paper to mark a voiceover for probably the next Plan With Me or something. I didn't mean to do no white space for that particular segment, but I did. That's just how it turned out. So on Saturday, I watched Endgame finally, and that sticker is from the Coffee Monsters Co. After which I had pizza at Woodstock's, and that's a Habidea pizza icon. And then I went to a nice little tea house and had some tea outside, and I'm using a Papershire sticker, a brand new one, for that. And I'm so glad those stickers came in time to mark that, because it's perfect. It's a really cute tea house. And yes, the movie was good, but it was a little bit disappointing in how they wrapped up some of the character arcs. I'm not really going to get into spoilers, but it was alright, but I had to see it. So I also had printer issues that day when I went home and started to print and cut some things, so I'm using a Sweet Avis Paper sticker of Snowball throwing the printer out the window, because that's how I felt. I'm using a Happy Day print and cut sticker to mark that I print and cut some kits, I believe. I washed my hair, so I'm using an icon from the Wiggle to mark that. I also uploaded my washi swatch video, and I got Amazon Happy Mail, neither of which have stickers associated with them, but I did write them in later. So on Sunday, I put on some new fake nails, so I'm using a hand cutout icon from the Wiggle. I cleaned my earrings, so I'm using a label and my own clean earrings stickers on removable matte paper, which is why it looks so dull, because it's like the least good quality paper, to mark that. It's just what I had. And I'm using another icon from the kit of a film clapper to mark that I filmed my next haul. And I'm using another label with a print and cut sticker left over from another kit, I don't remember which, to mark that I did more printing and cutting of kits. I really just wanted to use that script, because I don't typically use scripts a ton in my spreads. So it was a big week for movies. This is the 4th movie I'm marking. I'm using a half box to mark that I watched Despicable Me. I didn't have any associated stickers, which is really sad, because I know people love it. So I'm just using a munchkin from Once More With Love with popcorn and a drink in a movie theater to mark that. I also went on a hike on my way home. I took a different hillier route, so I'm using a Some Little Things little sticker to mark that, and ice cream from Sweet Ava's paper to mark that I also got ice cream that day. It was a really busy day. So yeah, that is my week. I'm really liking the foil. I did mess up in a few places, but overall I'm really pleased with it. I think I got properly creative, using as much of the wiggle as I possibly could. And yeah, I'm super loving what I did with it. Again, it's really hard to see, but I do like a kind of wiggle towards the end. It's kind of bad, but it's the best I could do given the lighting. So right now I'm just putting down deco, and later I will go in and add some things like the pick up prescription sticker from Happy Day over the Saturday full box, because I went to CVS that day as well while I was downtown. And I did add the leftover strip of foil from the bottom washi over the sidebar tracker where I wrote down my dinners, just to use it up, because it, there wasn't really room to put it over a full box. And my habit tracker I'm using for work, because I didn't really track anything that week, but I wanted to use the habit tracker anyway. So yeah, I think that wraps it up. I'm not really going to talk too much about Avengers Endgame. I may say a few words in the description box, but honestly it's been so long since I saw it, and my feelings are not that, strong as they used to be, so I'm not going to be able to have much to say right now, but I may think of stuff later, so I will go ahead and write that in later. So yeah, I definitely missed how good foil looks, and I'm so glad I picked up a ton more foil and wiggles to use in future spreads, and I can't wait to try the whole bougie box thing. That's going to be like my next project, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm just like admiring my planner right now, just like feeling the smoothness of the clear foil overlays on the pages, and just looking at the glitter and the light. It's so pretty. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao.